What if I told you there was a mathematical formula for making better decisions? Not just in finance, but in life. Today, we're going to dive into something called the Kelly criterion. And trust me, it's not just for high-stakes gamblers. It's a powerful way of thinking that can help you win the long game, whatever that game is for you.
But let's start with a feeling I think we all know. Do you ever feel like you're just spinning your wheels? You know, you're putting in all the hours, you're doing the hustle, but when you look back, it feels like you haven't actually gotten anywhere. It's that awful feeling of being super busy, but not actually productive.
Welcome to Smiling Cottage. And the reason I'm sharing this today is because there's a better way to play the game of work and life. A way to get off that hamster wheel of busy work and start making real, actual progress that builds on itself.
So first, let's talk about what I call the busy work trap. It's this place that so many of us get stuck in, and often we don't even realize we're there.
I mean, does any of this sound familiar? You're juggling like 5 different projects, but none of them ever really seem to get off the ground. You're just feeling totally burned out from the constant pressure to hustle. And maybe worst of all, it feels like every Monday you're starting from scratch all over again. Your efforts they don't add up. That right there is the trap.
Now, the secret to escaping this trap, well, it comes from a pretty wild place. It comes from a mathematician who decided to take on Las Vegas and actually won.
So the story kicks off back in 1956. A guy named John Kelly Jr., a researcher at Bell Labs, comes up with this brilliant formula. But it was an MIT math professor, Ed Thorpe, who really put it to the test. In '61, Thorpe combined Kelly's formula with a new card counting system he developed and walked into Vegas. And he didn't just win a little, he won so consistently, so predictably, that the casinos literally banned him for life. He proved a massive point. The house doesn't always have to win if you're playing the right game.
And this quote really gets to the heart of it. See, for Thorpe, it was never about winning one massive, all-or-nothing hand. It was about managing his money so he could survive the losses and just stay at the table long enough for all the small wins to snowball into something huge. It's not about the single win, it's about the long-term growth.
So this whole idea leads us to 3, let's call them golden rules for figuring out if a game is actually worth playing in the first place. You know, a game that lets you create that snowball effect.
Okay, first, we gotta understand a really simple concept called expected value, or EV. It's basically just the average result you'd get if you could make the same bet 1,000,000 times. So look at this coin flip example. Heads, you win $10, tails, you lose 5. Even though you might lose, the average outcome over time is a win of $2.50. So you wanna find games with a positive EV, right? But that's just the start.
For a game to be truly great, to be worth your time and energy, it has to check 3 really important boxes. Number 1, it's gotta be repeatable. You have to be able to do it over and over again. 2, it's gotta be cumulative. That means your wins stack on top of each other, making your next move even more powerful. And finally, it has to be a long-term game. You need a long enough runway for that compounding magic to really kick in.
And this is where the theory gets really practical. Let's audit a few common career paths. Think about freelancing. You're always chasing the next client, so it's barely repeatable, and your work doesn't really build on itself. It's a low EV game. But now look at content creation or building a software product. Every video you make, every article you write, every customer you sign up, it all adds to what you had before. That is a high EV game. And then you have something like day trading on the other end, where none of these conditions apply. You're basically hitting the reset button every single day.
So you see the pattern, right? A truly great high EV game is basically a system where everything you put in makes the next thing you do a little bit easier, a little bit better, a little more powerful. It's a positive feedback loop.
Okay, so that's the idea. But how do we actually apply this? Let's use this exact framework to run a quick audit on your own life right now.
The math behind the Kelly criterion is just crystal clear on this point. Spreading your energy across 5 different okay projects is just a recipe for mediocre results. The model shows that once you find one single game with a high EV, the smartest thing you can do is concentrate your focus, your time, and your money on that one thing. Trying to diversify before you have a proven winner is one of the biggest wastes of energy there is. So here it is, a super simple audit you can run on your main project. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, is it repeatable? Can I do the main thing over and over, and does it maybe even get easier over time? 2, do my results accumulate? Does the work I do today make my work tomorrow better or easier? And 3, is this game sustainable? Can I see myself doing this for at least the next 3 years? If you can honestly say yes to all 3, you are onto something really, really good. You know, when you really start to think this way, it
It completely shifts your perspective. You stop focusing on short-term wins and you start thinking about playing the infinite game.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Your career, your life, it's not a single all-in bet at the casino. It's an infinite game, one that you get to keep playing day after day after day.
And you know what that means? It means you don't have to win every single hand. You don't need every single project to be a smash hit. All you have to do is find a game with a positive expected value, one that's repeatable, cumulable, and long-term, and then just have the patience and the discipline to keep on playing.
So I'll just leave you with this question. Take a good, honest look at where you're putting your precious time and energy. What game are you really playing? And is it the one you want to be playing for the long haul? All right, that's a wrap for this episode. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who needs it. This is Smiling Cottage. See you next time.